Last time I talked about 5 filters or emotional muscles to build for life. So these were 5 different life hacks, so to say, to just bring with you, carry with you throughout the day. And today I want to talk about 5 more. Those 5 last time were to extract the good, leave the rest, the translation filter, ignoring the external reality, the refresh button, and being obsessed with the positive in you. To refresh a little bit, these emotional muscles are things that we can lean into and strengthen in ourselves to feel more joy, to feel more clarity, to feel peace inside, or any other emotion that you want to feel more aligned with yourself. I don't think that we're taught how to feel pleasure and how to lean into that and how to lean into the good things in life as much as we are focused on solving our problems and feeling all the challenges, feeling the tough feelings. But how much do we just feel enjoyment? And so these emotional muscles lean on that end of things where we're developing muscles, emotional muscles that we just don't always get taught. The first one is the laugh filter. Can you bring, some people are really good at this. Can you bring humor to every single challenge, every single little thing that you experience that might be challenging? And to everything, can you bring that lightness, playfulness, gleefulness to every single moment where it resides in the vibration that you're completely safe here, that you are playing here? This is an entire playground. So when you see something in your life that's challenging, when you feel something, to have that strong foundation that this is the playground to experience yourself. To see a reflection of yourself, how you perceive that experience, how you take it in, how you respond, how you react to it, and to laugh about it. So if you're judging yourself, laugh about it. If you are being really, really angry or feeling a lot of shame or sadness and it's troubling you, laugh about that instead of letting it trouble you so much. And if it does trouble you, laugh about that or find amusement in it, that this is what you're doing. If there's a pattern that you noticed in yourself, you've done it again. Wow, just laughing at that. This place of laughing is a place where none of these beliefs truly exist, and there's recognition that you've created this, that the cause of suffering are connected with the beliefs that you hold, that you're experimenting with. So you pop that bubble and you can see that it's your own boogeyman that you created. This really rides on the belief that you are the creator of your external world, that you could reverse engineer every experience, everything that you feel challenged by into some intention, energy, or belief set or connected web of beliefs that created that outcome, that created that dynamic pattern or situation. So whether it's a fight with somebody, an argument where you experienced feeling not good enough or criticized, whatever it is, your experience, take that and you could reverse engineer it to what beliefs exist for me to feel this way in that moment, or what beliefs came up, and then flipping that to realize that that's what created that situation. You're constantly manifesting. And those beliefs play out in these actions, reactions, and situations that you draw and you, the only word I have is you create. So can we laugh at that? This is hilarious. We are absurd. We keep creating these situations. Oh, wow, there, I did it again. It's like a theater production. You're playing a role, you're experimenting with something here with a set of emotional energies and dynamics that create those emotions, and you play a part and you experience it, and then when you come out of that, you see yourself and you get to be a more whole, full version of yourself. Now you're back to more. So be in the more so that you can just find amusement in this whole experiment that we are experiencing and creating for ourselves to see ourselves. The next filter is see yourself from the outside in. So like a filter, like a lens, use the lens of flipping the perspective such that you are somebody from the outside looking at you. It is a muscle to build. It is something that you can have and hold while you're going through anything, that you can remember how others might see you truly. Especially people that look highly upon you and see the beauty in you, wouldn't judge you. Can you see yourself from the perspective of your pet, let's say? And how would your pet feel about you? What would they think about you? What good do they see in you? And if you can remember how your best friend thinks of you, feels about you, what they see in you, more so than focusing on some of the negative in your life or the criticisms that you might have of yourself, can you bring this in to be a solid reinforcer of the beauty in you? So see yourself from the outside in. And a lot of times in a situation, we judge ourselves. We think other people will feel a certain way about us, or other people will judge us. I'm really talking about getting to a deeper, essential energy that lives underneath, what they really, from the love in them, feel and see in you. So the third one is closely connected to that. What would love do? And can you love this version of yourself today? So it's the love filter, the love muscle. Can you truly accept and agree with the version of yourself that is here right now? The one who hasn't done the dishes, the one who maybe made a mistake, the one who feels angry, the one who might feel sad or have a complicated slew of emotions, the one who wants to be lazy or just rest, the one who didn't complete everything on your to-do list. Can you love this version of yourself? Can you love this iteration of who you are in this moment in time? And if you can't love yourself and agree with yourself right now or stand behind yourself, can you just be okay with this moment? Can you be okay with yourself right here and now? Can you see the beauty of who you are in this long trajectory of your soul, of your spirit? And if that's too long, then maybe on the trajectory of your life, that this is a moment in time unfolding into the next moment as you continue to become the next version of yourself, as you just are now without doing more, without expecting more, or without having achieved the next thing. Find that little space or large space where you can just love who you are right now and lean into that. And that broader question of what would love do? If you're in a situation and you lean into loving yourself in this moment, it's bringing compassion and support to yourself. And then asking that question, what would love do? What would love do in this moment? If you're feeling tired or sick, what would love say? That maybe it's time to rest, or maybe take a bath. Or if you're in a dynamic or situation with someone, what would love do? The love filter. The fourth filter or muscle that I invite you to try out, and maybe it's just a reminder, is the savor muscle. It's the muscle that we build to lean into pleasure, into basking in the yummy feelings, in spaciousness, in peace, in anything that feels okay or even better. The difference between saying, I know that cookie tastes good, that cookie tastes great, and having a mental thought about it, a mental observation, and feeling it, feeling the sensations as it touches your mouth, as you enjoy that cookie, as you swallow it and it fills your stomach, and the sensation of it going down, and what happens in your mouth, in your taste buds. Enjoyment, being in the joy, not just talking about it or thinking about it. So can you bask in any yummy feelings that you have, whether that's a positive thought about yourself, a situation that happened that you're really loving and feeling good in? Spend time right there and breathe into the good feeling. How much can you hang in right there? Hang in and hang out. This is a muscle to be stretched and challenged because if you're not accustomed to this at all and you're just used to feeling discomfort or suffering or stress, unpleasant feelings, then your nervous system is probably pretty full or maybe even overwhelmed with those feelings, overwhelmed by those feelings, that's not easy to digest. And when you lean into something pleasurable, it can bring up other challenging feelings, because what happens when you lean into pleasure is the body says, oh, okay, I am safe. But if you're not used to feeling pleasure as a safe emotion, as a safe sensation, then your body may get triggered into feeling that this is scary, because when I experienced pleasure in this moment in the past, something really bad happened right after or during it, or something really awful blindsided me when I was feeling good in my life in this moment in time. So if there's something unresolved from the past, if there's a trauma piece, something that didn't get complete or integrated, then it might be challenging to feel into that savor muscle. It might be challenging to bask in any positive emotion. So with that and with other emotional muscles that I'm bringing up, play with it and see where your edge is. But that's the savor muscle. And the fifth filter I have for you today is the normal filter, or the normal muscle, so to say. It's using the muscle of saying to yourself that this is normal. And what I mean is, when you're manifesting a new reality, when you're leaning into new energies, you're creating something new for yourself from your imagination maybe, and you're leaning into all the emotions and sensations of this new experience, the new normal. Telling yourself that this is normal is that last step of manifesting. So you've created in your mind what you'd like to experience next. And you're stepping into a state of being that might not be that familiar to you. So if you desire more money, let's say, you're leaning into feeling like a millionaire or a billionaire, or maybe even a different number for you. That feeling into that space might feel so different. Who am I as a millionaire? How would I think? How would I act? How would I feel? What is my version of feeling into that? And when you feel into that energy, it's a new frequency for you. If it's new for you, then let that last step happen where you say, this is normal. And what we're doing is training the nervous system to feel that this is normal and that this is safe and familiar, and this is who you are now. You've become that new person. So maybe it's something else, like wanting to have a relationship, and you're creating that in your life. Doing this starts with feeling into the frequency, the energies, and the beliefs of what it would feel like when you have that in your life. So get there. Land in those energies and emotions, and then tell yourself this is normal. Imagine what you will be feeling when your lover says those sweet words to you, or imagine day to day how you'd be incorporating your relationship into your life as if it were already happening. I talk about manifesting more recently in a couple of episodes and in some past episodes. I will link those in the show notes here, but episode 197 and 196 more recently, Manifesting with Ease, 7 tips for manifesting, reality hopping. So the quick links for that are CandiceWoo.com/EP196 and then EP197. So if you want to learn more about manifesting the details, go there. But for today, just touching into the tail end of the manifesting process is to feel like that's normal. It's completely normal. It tells your body and your nervous system, this is normal, this is safe, this is what I experience, this is who I am. I also used this in a scenario where I was nervous about something. I was going into a studio to record a voiceover commercial, and I just felt like it'd been a little while since I'd gone into another studio. I usually record at home, and sometimes I patch in or just record it and send it. But going into a live studio felt anxiety provoking that day, because I felt, I hope I do this right. I hope I do a good job right on the spot. And so this was a little while ago, but I just told myself, this is normal. as in not my anxiety, but going into the studio, doing this whole thing, looking nice that day, because working from home, I can just wear my PJs a lot. But all that was normal. Meeting new people, doing this on the spot, right then and there, just giving myself the confidence by saying, this is so normal for me. I do this all the time. So whatever it is that you want to feel ease in, whatever you want to be your new normal, tell yourself that that's normal. Those feelings are normal. Those situations are normal for you. Let your mind wrap around those new thoughts, and then let your energy lean into that new normal space. So that's the last muscle that I wanted to talk about today. It's been wonderful to have you here. And before we go, I want to share with you that I do have a couple more gong baths coming up. I have one on March 19th, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in Ypsilanti, Michigan at Rhizome Roots. You can find the info at CandiceWu.com/rootsgong. And I'll be having a gong bath online again, hosted by me, April 28th. If you want more information about these gong baths, check out CandiceWu.com/events. I recently got asked to do a gong bath at an astrology conference in Chicago, but unfortunately I couldn't do it. I'll be in Hong Kong. But if you're hosting an interesting event, a girls' night, a retreat, a conference, a workshop, and you would like a 44-inch gong, me and a crystal bowl to come along, reach out. CandiceWu.com/connect. You can also sign up for my newsletter there. I'm so grateful you're here. I look forward to seeing you next time on the Embody Podcast.